Hi, Sage here reporting for Kalkine Media. You are watching Kalkine Media's mid-market show, price-sensitive updates. Australian markets rose sharply at the open on Monday. Bond yields are coming down as investors are buying bonds. The Australian dollar has continued to retreat from its US 80 cents range. Housing prices have remained buoyant as they recorded the highest surge since August 2003 and February 2020. ASX 200 Index was up nearly 1.5% at noon. Only the materials sector was tracking lower. A-REIT, information technology, telecommunications services, healthcare, consumer discretionary, financials, consumer staples were the leading gainers in the ASX 200 Index. Here are the latest price-sensitive updates from the ASX-listed companies. Australian regional airline Regional Express Holdings Ltd is changing its marketing strategy to cater to the leisure market than business travel. According to Reuters, after celebrating its first Melbourne-Sydney flight on Monday, Rex Deputy Chairman John Sharp noted that it's adding new destinations to challenge Qantas Airways and Virgin Australia. Rex share price was 4.10% higher at noon, trading at 1.65 Australian dollars. Australia's Crown Resorts said on Monday that director John Poynton had quit the board over accusations he was too close to top shareholder James Packer. Poynton's departure is the latest in a string of executive exits at the casing operator that is one-third owned by billionaire Packer after an inquiry accused it of money laundering and governance issues. Crown Resorts shares were 1.11% up, trading at $10.06 Australian by the lunchtime. Australia and New Zealand Banking Group announced that it will write down the value of its investment in AMMB Holdings Berhad. Australia's fourth largest lender will write down AmBank stake after the Malaysian bank settled a claim linked to the massive financial scandal at State Fund 1MDB. ANZ will reduce the carrying value of ANZ's interest in AmBank from approximately $1.050 billion to $850 million in AmBank. That will lower its half-year earnings result for fiscal 2021. ANZ share price rose 1.34%, trading at $26.52 Australian by mid-market trading session. Large Australian-based multinational retailer Harvey Norman Holdings Limited reported a record half-year result with a 113.8% increase in PBT. For the half year ended 31st December 2020, the company opened 12 new stores earlier than anticipated. Harvey Norman has maintained a strong balance sheet and announced an interim dividend of 20 cents per share, fully franked. Its share price increased 0.86% today by midday, traded at $5.28 Australian. Artificial intelligence solutions provider Sensen Networks Limited increased its revenue to $2.5 million Australian dollars during the second half, reflecting a year-over-year growth of 33% over the December 2019 reporting period. The technology company achieved several significant milestones in the first half of financial year 2021, like the completion of its first ever acquisition, the listing of Sensen on the US OTC markets, and completion of a capital raising with high conviction global equities fund manager VGI Partners. Its share price was trading at $0.21 today by lunchtime. Manufacturer and seller of food products Freedom Foods Group Limited announced half-yearly results for the financial year 2020, recording a 62% improvement on loss from the previous corresponding period, while its dairy and nutritionals business returned to profitability. Its plant-based beverages continued growth despite the coronavirus pandemic. The company's board didn't announce an interim dividend. Its share price was trading at $3.010 Australian today at noon. Film industry technology provider Vista Group International Limited reported a full-year loss after tax of New Zealand $57 million, which included non-cash items of $70 million New Zealand dollars, negatively impacted by the coronavirus pandemic. Revenue declined to New Zealand $87.5 million. The shutdown has severely impacted Vista Group's trading and would continue to do so until cinemas are reopened in a meaningful way. Its share price is down 2.37% at $1.65 Australian by mid-market session. Share price of shipbuilder Austal Limited. The company announced that its US unit, Austal USA, bagged a US $235 million contract from the US Navy for detailed design and construction of the 15th Expeditionary Fast Transport, or EPF, vessels. Its Philippine unit, Austal Philippines, has also successfully delivered Hull 419, a 109-metre high-speed catamaran ferry to ferry operator Fjord Line in Norway. Its share price rose 7.59% at $2.55 Australian at mid-market trading session. Well, that's all for today. Keep watching Kalkine Media's Mid-Market Show. Price-sensitive updates for the latest news. This is Sage signing off.